And we are back with our final conversation for this morning. In studio with us, we have Rafael, who is the National Director of the Child Evangelism Fellowship, and Trycelin King, who is the Director for the Belize District Child Evangelism Fellowship. We're going to be talking about your organization and how you're working to introduce faith in primary school students. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, and thank you for having us.
Yeah. So let's just get some backdrop with the organization. You've been around since 2004, you were telling me?
In the country, it has been organized and duly registered as a church ministry since 2004. But we are part of a bigger organization. Our headquarters is in Warrenton, Missouri. And so the ministry has been developing here for those years. And we have a vision, we have a mission, and the vision is to reach the children in this country. Every child, every nation, every day. That's our motto. And we reach the children wherever they are. So we work with children in churches, children in schools, children in preschools level even, and in the community.
Yeah.
So our work is to work, our mission is to reach every child as much as possible with the gospel. That's the heart of our mission.
So my question is, in the case of Belize, where I'd say the majority of primary schools are church run, there's already, it's not like the United States or in other parts of the world where they're not allowed to talk about religion. Religion is a part of the curriculum. So what's different about what you teach in your fellowship?
Well, here we incorporate the gospel every time. So a child is given the opportunity to make that choice every time to choose Jesus as their Lord and Savior. We also allow them to have a little time with God, a quiet time with God, so that they can know who God is, And so we want them to know that from a young age, so that they would be able to grow up knowing who God is and possibly becoming God-fearing adults, and it can change Belize, it can change the world. And so it's very important for us to start that from in the school. And if we have that leeway to do that, hey, why not do it?
So what's the process of working with children? How do you get access to them? Is it like through your church already, or you're partnering with schools?
So we partner with schools, we partner with churches, we partner with community areas. So we have some people in the community that want to work with children. They do their basketball, they do their different sport activities, and we say, hey, let's introduce a spiritual side too. And so we would work with them too. We partner with anybody that wants the children
So it's
to hear the
not
gospel.
like you're putting it into a school curriculum. It's more like you're using it as an extracurricular activity outside of the school.
It can be used both ways. So at some schools, they have to do a spiritual emphasis time. And so the curriculum that we have at Child Evangelism Fellowship works perfectly for that. So that at one day they're doing a song time that has the gospel incorporated with it. They have a story time, they have a memory verse time, and then we can also do it as an extracurricular activity after school, which is like an hour long. And so the children will come right after school, all excited, high energy. And so we would then have our good news club for them after school.
Some of the teachers in the schools, because they have that time to do spirituality, sometimes it's called, they're looking for material. Sometimes they say, I'm pulling here, I'm pulling there. But then when we present the CF material, say, it's for a whole month there, so they don't have to struggle. It's right there. The lesson plans are right there in the books.
And one good thing about our materials is that it is simple to use, very, very simple. It has everything for you to use. You want to think of examples, it's there. You want to think about how I can let them memorize the verse, It is there. Everything is there for them. So they don't need to go and say, I have to do another lesson plan for spiritual time.
I
You know, we
can
alleviate that.
imagine. Yeah. Teachers
fact-
have to do so many different plans
Yeah.
for the subjects. I think stepping in because there's a shared objective
Yeah.
in the instruction of religion.
Yeah.
It helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, some of the teachers with their principals, because they're required to submit their lesson plans, they will just copy exactly because the principal says, that goes, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, you're presenting, and it's right there,
Yeah.
they just need to prepare.
So you all are based on Gill Street, but how how are you doing your outreach for children throughout Belize?
So we do what we call our program, or Good News Club program, where we have on Saturdays or any other day that you would prefer an hour-long program for children, where they get to get songs, they get to hear the Bible stories, remember verse, have a little game time because we're talking about children. And then we also have our summer program, which is the 5 Days Club. It's something similar like the VBS that most people know about. And then we also have something for the youths because we want the youths to also help in teaching the children. And so we have the CYA, Christian Youth in Action. And so they will be able to get training to then be able to do the clubs in the summertime, get them a little busy,
Yeah.
you know?
So what if there's someone watching, a teacher watching, saying, I would welcome the assistance of having this lesson plan to use with my children. How do they get it from you?
Okay, we have the national office here in Belize City, and in the districts, we have what is called a local director. So in this case, Mrs. King, she's the local director for the Belize district. So anybody in the Belize district that wants to be more familiar with the ministry, they can call our office, our national office, but they are also able to call the local director because she represents us in this district. So she has her contact information.
You can call me at 610-4608.
Yeah.
And I am telling you that our program, it has an impact on children.
What age group?
From 5 to 12.
Okay, so
But
it's,
listen,
it's primary school.
Yes, if a 13-year-old wants to come, we won't tell
won't
them
deny
no.
them, yeah.
You
And now the
know?
material is even lower
Yes.
to preschools. Yeah.
Okay. So is it something that the teacher has to be trained to be able to use this plan?
Yes, so we do the training with them because
Okay.
we give them material, so we want them to know how to use it.
Right.
You understand? So we go, we work hand in hand with them, you know, right beside them until they get the hang of it. If there's a section that they don't understand, they need more training in it, we're here to help.
Yeah. And
And
is
also-
it universal? Because Christianity is a shared belief, but there are different mechanisms in
Yeah.
different faiths.
Yeah,
Is it universal?
it is. It's not a specific denomination.
Okay.
So
Right.
it can be used for any denomination. We just present the gospel. Whatever is in the Bible, that's what we present.
And that's why we have a statement of faith that we normally share with everybody so that they can see, oh, this is what you believe. Oh, this is what I believe, you know.
Yeah.
And so they're able to take the training. One thing about the material too is that we look for them to become partners with the ministry, whether in the churches or in the schools. And once we training with the material, we provide that material on an ongoing basis. So
Yeah.
it's not just a one-time. They finish and they give us a little report, and there goes the next book. Throughout the whole year, they're getting those books.
And it's free of cost.
That's right.
You know? What's
Free
better than that?
resources, free lesson plan, free
Exactly.
training.
Free. You
I-
get something for free. You
You
get
get
something
something
for
for free.
free.
Everybody gets something for free. Can't really beat those those opportunities. Yeah. So you work mostly in the Belize district, but you say you have in other districts.
Yes.
Right. We have in the other districts a local director, and they're in charge of their district, but everybody's connected to the national office. So even when Mrs. King deals with the Belize district material-wise and other questions, then she would call me or call our office to pick up materials. So we distribute from the Belize city office our national office.
Have you been able to reach all 6 districts?
We have, but we don't have, we are still lacking a couple of local directors. You know, working with children is a challenge too. And you have to be called really, otherwise
Yes.
you just start and you
It's a
leave it.
specific skill set.
Yeah. And we look at it as a ministry. As a ministry, because your heart goes the extra mile, more than just deliver the lesson and then you're done. You know, you really invest your life, yourself into these children, because those children are going to be the leaders for tomorrow.
Yep.
You know, and we need them. We need pastors and politicians and doctors and lawyers and all this, and they're going to be married tomorrow. They're going to have their children. If they know Jesus, then that will impact their own lives. And we know our country needs that kind of change.
All right. So once again, that phone number for people to get in touch.
Okay.
It is for Belize District 610-4608.
Yes, and for the national office is 614-9554.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you for coming in and telling us. You know, I was thinking of the teachers who are probably sitting trying to come up with all these plans, saying, all right, I'm going to call them and see
Yes,
how
definitely.
we can be able to utilize this. So I think that's a great resource for teachers as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you very much
Thank you.
for allowing us.
We're going to go ahead and take our final break. And when we come back, we'll have our wrap up. So stay tuned.